YouTube is a sneeze this day. I gotta tell you, if it weren't for bad luck, I'd have no luck at all. Nah, that ain't true. I'm pretty blessed. But oh geez, wait till I share this one with you. I just can't believe my luck with this crap. So okay, last week I bid it. I won an auction on eBay for a JVC digital little digital camcorder. It's really cute and blah blah on JVC. Hello, I heard of those people. It's not like my crap cam where you never heard any. I don't know who makes this. It's somebody in who knows, but they obviously don't speak English or even care to. Point is, I got my JVC little camcorder today in the mail, and I was all excited, and I cut the box open very neatly. I'm really glad I did that because, the first thing I do is, I checked out the auction really carefully. It's like there's a whole big checklist of, does this work? Yes, green check. Does this work? Green check. Does this work? Green check. Does this work? Green check. Everything was checked off. Said it came with the software to install it, which I think is very important because otherwise you have to go through like a nightmare to try to find software online or whatever, or maybe if somebody has it, whatever. I don't want to get into all that. Point is, and it said, everything's supposed to work. It includes the software, the battery, the charger, all that stuff. Great. So I'm really excited. It comes. I look through the bag. It's got the charger. It's got the UBS cord. It's got everything it said it had. Battery. The battery. Everything. The battery was already charged. I turned it on. I'm like looking around. It's like, oh, this is so great. Even included an SD memory card. I'm like, fabulous. But you can't record video onto the SD memory card, which kind of bummed me out. So I had to go to frickin', what's that called? Staples, and buy these mini videotapes, whatever the hell they are. That was like $30 for 4 of them. It's like, oh, whatever. I finally got it. I can't wait. So great. After I got home from the store, I'm like looking over it, and I actually read the manual. Well, there was like a manual. They sent like 5 manuals with it. One was in like Spanish. One was in French. One was in like Belgiumese, or I couldn't even figure out what it was. Maybe it was what's that other country over there? Portuguese. It might have been. I couldn't figure out even what it was. And then there was like some kind of maybe Chinese or Japanese or Mandarin, I don't know. But I finally found the English one. It was like really, pretty easy, except it was 62 pages long, which was rather daunting to me. So I just, how to get started, that's what I read. And it's like how to take a simple, video, and then it's like how to play back video. So, okay, I figure I'm set. So, I finally get everything all hooked up, and I'm like vibrating. I'm so freaking excited. And I take a little video, of stuff, and it looks like great in the viewfinder. I'm like, oh, this is so fantastic. I can't even stand it. Then I go to play it back. And when it comes back up on the viewfinder, there's all like big lines going through everything, and it didn't record any of the sound. I'm like, oh, great. Well, let me upload the disc into the computer, and I'll see, maybe it'll be better on the computer. Then I go to the software they sent, and it wasn't the software to upload the camera to the computer. It was some other software that had absolutely nothing to do with the camera. So I had no way of frickin' connecting the camera to the computer. Great. So I went to the JVC website, and I'm like, where can I get software? They said a representative will be in touch with you within 5 days. I'm like, this stinks. So it also came with like AV cable, so you could plug it into your television. I said, maybe just the viewfinder screwed up, and maybe the speaker in it's broken or something, which I could live with. As long as it puts out a video that you can watch and listen to, I'm fine. So I put it all in my TV and stuff. Big lines running through everything. No sound. I'm like, gee, great. So I went back to the little auction thing on eBay, and I found their terms of return and stuff, and it was like, they do take returns as long as you call them within 5 days. I got right on the frickin' blower. As you can see, I packed this shit up already. It's ready to go. I got right on the blower. Get a really nice lady. She's like, what's wrong with it? I told her what was wrong with it. She gave me like, all this, I got to print this out to put it inside, and I have to write all this shit on the box and whatever. And they're returning all my money except the restocking fee. I love that. It's a 10% restocking fee. So when when you twist and turn, I've got to send it back to them. That's going to be about $14, and I got to pay like a $13 restocking fee. So I'm still down 28. Is that $28? I'm not really good with math. 27, 28, whatever. So that's going back to the manufacturer, and here I am with this again. I was going to put it on eBay. I'm glad I kept it, even though I don't use the goddamn thing. But this is the kind of thing that's been happening my whole freaking life. It made me think. Actually, I was thinking about this morning with all this 12 Days of Christmas stuff that's going on. I've been kind of in a Christmas kind of mood. I was remembering when I was a kid. I was maybe 10, maybe 11 or something, and this is when like portable radios first came out. They weren't transistor yet, but they were portable. They were like pretty big, like they were pretty big, and they had like a really huge battery in them, and they weighed like 15 pounds, but they had a handle on them, so they were portable. So anyway, I'm like dying for one of these, and like my parents didn't have a lot of money, but they would Yahoo Mail. I swear to God, there ain't a video that ain't in it. So anyway, my parents scrimped and saved to get me this because they like knew I really wanted it. Okay, now how did I know I got it? Because I'm a really nosy bastard. Like they went away. They took my baby sister. This is like a couple of days before Christmas, and they took my baby sister Zipporella, and they went out shopping, and they left me because I was old enough to be left alone. Well, I go flying up to my mother's closet, and I take the packaging of the gift wrap off real neat and stuff, and I open it up like, oh my God, I got my portable radio. So I'm thinking, they're not going to be home for like 2 hours. I put the battery in, and I thought I'm going to go strolling down the street like a Mr. Big Shot with my portable radio, right? But there was like an ice storm the night before, so everything was really slick. But anyway, I'm a cool dude, and I'm walking down the block with my portable radio, and then like some teenage dudes pull up in a car like next to me, and they're like, turn on WKAP or whatever. And meanwhile, this is like the first time I ever even used like a radio, so I don't even know what WKAP is. And I just like tuned to something that had sound on it. I don't but I didn't want to tell them I was like too stupid to know what WKAP was, so I was just like, oh no, I like this station, thank you very much. And so they like took off, and all of a sudden I went sliding on the ice, and this frickin' radio goes flying face down like where the tuner is, and it was all very decorative, really cute, but the radio goes flying across the ice. I'm like, oh my God, if this radio is broken, I'm going to kill myself. So I go Scooby-Dooing over to it. I pick it up, and I turn it on, and it was still working, but I looked, and like there were big scratch marks all over the face of the radio, like all over the dial and stuff. It was like, oh shit. So I run my ass home as fast as I can. I put it back in the box. So I put the gift wrapping all back on it, and I put it back in the closet. It's like, I don't know how I'm going to get away with this one, but maybe nobody will notice. So Christmas morning, we're all opening our presents, and then and I'm like leaving the radio for last, which is so wouldn't have been me if I hadn't wrecked it. But my mom's like, well, when are you going to open the big package? And I'm like, okay, I guess it's time now. And I open it up, and they're like, oh, turn it on. And I turned it on, and then everybody wanted to like look at it, and then it gets to my mom, and she's like, how did this thing get all scratched up? So I had to tell her this story, and then she said, now you don't get it till New Year's. And she took it away from me for another week. I'm telling you, I just don't have any kind of luck with this stuff. Maybe one day I'll learn. Thank you! What the hell?